All right, let's talk about SEO, but we're going to do it a little differently today. I want you to just forget about algorithm updates for a minute, forget about all the technical jargon. We are going to uncover 5 principles that are so fundamental, so timeless, that they actually connect the websites of today with the dusty library shelves of the 1930s. Sounds a little crazy, I know, but stick with me.
So here's the big question, right? What on earth can a librarian from almost a century ago teach us about ranking on Google? And the answer, believe it or not, is pretty much everything. See, the technology has changed, obviously, but the basic human problem of organizing information and getting it to the right people, that has stayed exactly the same.
To really get this, we have to go back, way back, long before anyone had even dreamed of a search engine. Our story doesn't start in Silicon Valley. It starts in a library in India.
I want you to meet S.R. Ranganathan. He was this brilliant librarian and mathematician, often called the father of library science in India. And in 1931, he published a book where he laid out these 5, well, they seem really simple, but they're actually incredibly profound laws that completely changed how modern libraries work. And you're about to see how they are the perfect blueprint for great SEO.
So, before we can even get to the SEO side of things, we have to understand the foundation that Ranganathan built. What were these 5 original laws that just completely shook up the world of information management?
Here they are. And I know, at first glance, they might seem kind of obvious, right? Books are for use. Sure, but trust me, each one of these contains a really powerful idea. Let's break down what he actually meant by each of them.
Okay, so the first law. This was actually a radical idea back then. He was arguing that the value of a book isn't just in owning it or, keeping it in perfect condition on a shelf. No, its real value only comes to life when someone actually opens it up and uses the information inside. Information isn't meant to be locked away. It's meant to be used.
This second law is all about the audience. The idea here is that a library shouldn't just be some random pile of books. It has a real duty to understand the people it serves. What do they need? What are they interested in? And then build a collection specifically for them. I mean, this is basically the blueprint for user-centric design, just decades early.
Now, Law 3 is where things get really interesting, because it's a shift from being passive to being active. Ranganathan said it's not enough to just have the right books. The library has to actively go out and connect every single book with the person who might need it. This is literally marketing and content distribution in 1931.
This one, Law 4, is pure user experience. A library is only as good as how quickly someone can find what they're looking for. It's all about logical organization, clear catalogs, anything to make the process of discovery smooth and efficient. It's all about respecting the user's time.
And finally, he understood that a library isn't a museum. It's not a static thing. It's a living, breathing organism. New books come in, old ones have to be removed, and the whole system needs constant management to stay relevant and useful to its community.
Okay, so we have these 5 amazing laws from 1931. So what? What does any of this have to do with websites and search engines today? Well, let's build that bridge right now.
The moment you start thinking about it this way, the parallels are they're striking. It all clicks into place. The library? That's your website. The reader? That's your visitor. The book? That's your content. Your blog post, your video, your product description. And the old card catalog? That's your search bar, your navigation menus, your entire site architecture.
All right, now that we've built that bridge, it's time to walk across it. Let's take Ranganathan's original laws and reimagine them as the 5 timeless laws of SEO.
So, the first law of SEO is information is for use. Your website is not the destination. It's a vehicle. It is a channel for your information to get to a user who needs it to solve their problem or answer their question. The site itself is just a means to an end.
The second law, every visitor, their content. Just like that librarian who studies their community, a great SEO obsesses over their users. We dive into analytics, we do user research, we look at keyword data, all to figure out what people are actually looking for, and then we build our content and our website for them.
Law number 3 reminds us that just creating amazing content isn't enough. It's only half the job. We have to actively connect that content with the right people. This is the optimization part of SEO, right? It's the promotion, the internal linking, all the work we do to make sure every valuable piece of content actually finds its perfect audience.
And the fourth law, save the time of the visitor. This is where SEO, user experience, and information architecture all come together perfectly.
We're talking about fast page speeds, easy-to-use navigation, clear headings, scannable text. Basically, can your visitor find what they need fast without getting frustrated? That is a huge factor in how well you rank.
And the fifth and final law, a website is a growing organism. It needs constant care. You have to update old content. You have to prune away what's no longer useful. You have to run technical audits. And you have to plan for future growth. A set-it-and-forget-it website is a dying website.
So, we've gone from a library in 1931 all the way to the internet today. After all that, what is the big idea here? What's the one thing you should walk away with?
It's this. Good SEO is not about tricking algorithms or finding some secret loophole. At its absolute core, it has always been, and it will always be, about one simple thing: the timeless science of organizing information for people. It's about empathy, it's about clarity, it's about being helpful.
So I'll leave you with this question to think about with your own work. If your website is a living, growing organism, what are you doing to take care of it? Are you tending the garden? Are you pruning what's old and planting what's new? How are you actively managing its growth?